What if the fire that consumes a forest also births its renewal? Imagine a world ablaze, cities crumbling under a crimson sky, dreams igniting in golden bursts. Yet from the ashes a silent hand weaves order. Not chaos, but purpose. A purpose as old as the cosmos itself. Picture a battlefield, swords clash, banners fall, yet amidst the ruin, a child plants a seed in scorched earth. This is no accident. Welcome to an ancient enigma whispered through time, the dance of creator and destroyer, light and shadow locked in an eternal embrace beneath a gaze that knows no rival. You see it everywhere. Marvels rise like mountains, then fall into dust. Beauty blooms in fragile petals, then fades into the wind. But here's the secret unveiled. Neither stands alone. One crafts the tapestry with threads of brilliance, the other frays its edges with a shadowed blade. And above them, a higher will shapes both, unyielding, unseen, eternal. This isn't just philosophy, it's the pulse of existence throbbing beneath your feet, your breath, your very soul. Today, in 15 minutes, we'll pierce the veil of this mystery. We'll journey through forgotten wisdom carved in stone, through the fires of today's world, unraveling why creation and destruction are not foes, but threads in a grand, deliberate design. You'll uncover their source, a will that forms light and crafts darkness alike. Their purpose and, most mystically, their master. We'll wander through ancient temples and modern labs, seeing how this balance whispers in every age. And before we part, you'll wield a tool, a sacred practice to rise above this cosmic tug of war, to see with eyes unclouded by fear, to stand unshaken as the world shifts. Are you ready to glimpse the hand that spins prosperity and disaster from the same loom? The shadows part now, let's begin. Step back to the sands of antiquity, where the ancients gazed at the same riddle we face beneath flickering torchlight. In Egypt, the god Ra birthed the sun each dawn, his golden rays painting the Nile. Yet his light cast shadows that Osiris, lord of the underworld, would judge with solemn scales. The Hebrews spoke of a voice that thundered worlds into being, mountains, seas, stars, yet permitted floods to carve them anew, a mystery etched in sacred scrolls, older than memory. From the east, the Taoists saw yin and yang swirling in ceaseless dance, a black tide lapping at a white shore, neither whole without its twin. These seers grasped a truth: the maker of light also crafts darkness, not as a flaw, but as a stroke of intent, a chisel in a sculptor's hand. Philosophers echoed this across centuries, their voices rising like smoke from ancient fires. Heraclitus, the Greek sage, declared strife as the father of all things. War births peace, ruin seeds growth, a river flows only because it erodes. The Stoics bowed to a logos, a cosmic reason weaving prosperity and calamity into one fabric, unspooling from a spindle beyond human sight. This wasn't blind fate. It was a deliberate hand, ancient as the stars, balancing the scales of existence with a precision we can barely fathom. Even the tribal shamans, tracing spirits in the wind's howl, knew every birth carried death's shadow. Every deer felled by a wolf fed the earth anew, every death a seed of life, a cycle unbroken. In India, the Vedas sang of Brahma crafting worlds, Vishnu preserving them, and Shiva dancing their end, three faces of one divine will, not warring but harmonizing. The Norse saw Odin build realms, yet Ragnarok loomed, a twilight ordained by the same fates he wove. Why does this matter? Because the wisdom of old reveals a pattern, a higher will, vast and unsearchable, ordaining both the bloom and the blight, the dawn and the dusk. It's not good against evil in ceaseless war, but a unity beyond our grasp. A symphony where discord sharpens the melody. The destroyer doesn't rebel, it serves a shadow cast by light. The creator doesn't falter, it endures, a flame unquenched. Together they bow to a purpose written in the heavens, a truth as old as time itself, one we've forgotten amid our clamor, yet one that still shapes us, whispering through the ruins of empires and the silence of forests reborn. Now look around. Our world pulses with this paradox, a living testament to the unseen hand. Skyscrapers pierce the sky, monuments to human genius, steel and glass towers in Dubai or New York, yet bombs reduce them to dust in moments as seen in Syria's war-torn streets. A vaccine saves millions, a marvel of creation forged in labs through sleepless nights. A virus mutates and destruction stalks anew. COVID's echoes still linger in 2025. Wildfires rage across continents. California's hills blacken, Australia's bushlands smolder, yet their smoke clears to reveal green shoots defying ash, a quiet resurrection. Creation labors slow and intricate, a tapestry of sweat and vision. Destruction strikes swift and merciless, a scythe through fragile threads. It's tempting to see evil in the flames, good in the rebuilding, but what if both are strokes from the same brush, painted by a will that knows no division? Science nods to this dance, unveiling its rhythm in the natural order. Biologists tell us ecosystems thrive on balance. Wolves cull deer, keeping forests lush. Unchecked herds strip the land bare. A 2019 study from Stanford showed controlled burns prevent megafires, destruction preserving life, a shadow safeguarding the light. Even physics whispers it. Entropy tears down order, stars collapse into black holes, yet from that chaos, new suns ignite, their light streaming across galaxies. The destroyer depends on the creator. Without form, there's nothing to shatter, no canvas to tear. But the creator, it spins worlds from void, unhindered, galaxies, cities, a child's laughter, until excess demands a counterweight, a pruning to restore harmony. Picture a potter at his wheel in a sunlit studio. He molds clay into a vase. Beauty emerges, delicate and new, its curves catching the glow. Yet with one swift crack, its shards again scattered across the floor. The blow seems cruel, but the potter smiles. He knows the clay can rise anew, perhaps as a stronger vessel. So it is with us. We build homes, dreams, lives, carefully laid bricks, whispered hopes, then watch them crumble, fearing the shadow that looms. A storm floods a town, a friendship phrase. Destruction bares its teeth, but the shadow isn't rogue. It's summoned, shaped, sent. The higher will that forms light also crafts darkness, not to torment but to refine, to strip away what blinds us. In 2024, a tech boom flooded Silicon Valley with innovation. AI reshaped lives, yet cyber attacks tore through systems, exposing fragility. Creation soared, destruction followed. Good doesn't battle evil here. They're servants of a deeper intent, a balance we mistake for war. The ancients saw this in eclipses, darkness swallowing the sun, yet light always returned. Today we see it in climate shifts, floods ravage, yet spark global unity. The hand that lifts also lowers, not in caprice but in purpose, a design we're only beginning to trace. Let's dive deeper. Why this balance? Evil, the destroyer, isn't a rival god. It's a tool, a shadow cast by light's brilliance. Without creation, it's powerless, an echo, not a voice, a whisper needing a shout to exist. In Ukraine, war raises cities. Kyiv's spires fall, yet amid rubble, communities forge bonds stronger than steel. Volunteers weaving hope from despair. Destruction birthing resilience. In your life, a lost job stings. A paycheck vanishes, yet it opens doors you'd never seek. A new path. A hidden strength. The shadow serves the light even when it blinds us with its glare. Yet unchecked creation spirals too. Think of urban sprawl, choking rivers in Mumbai concrete, suffocating life or ambition, drowning peace in a workaholic's heart. The higher will tempers both, weaving prosperity and disaster into harmony, a rhythm pulsing through time. This isn't chaos, it's design etched in tales older than stone. Scripture hints at it. A man named Job, struck by calamity, lost herds, health, children, yet held by a hand that gave and took away, all to unveil a greater glory beyond his tears. Another voice promises good from all things, even the bitter weaver of light turning shadow to gold. The destroyer's fury is real. Hurricanes howl, markets crash, but fleeting the creator's labor endures. Seeds sprout, hands rebuild, yet needs pruning. Neither rules alone. Their threads in a tapestry only the weaver fully sees, a canvas stretching beyond the stars. Consider cancer again. Cells run wild, a creator gone mad, multiplying in a body's silent halls until destruction restores order. A harsh mercy. Or a flood, water devastates Bangladesh's deltas, homes swept away yet nourishes soil for rice harvests that feed millions. The ancients saw this as divine will, not accident, Vishnu's preservation meeting Shiva's dance. Today we call it nature's cycle, but the source remains. A will that forms both light and shadow, not to confuse but to perfect. Evil isn't the enemy, it's the chisel carving away excess. Good isn't fragile, it's the stone enduring the strike, and above them the sculptor works, unswayed by our cries, crafting a purpose we're only beginning to glimpse. Look at history's scars. Rome fell, yet its roads birthed empires. The Black Death ravaged, yet spurred science's dawn. In 2025, AI deepfakes sow discord, evil's swift hand, yet spark laws and art, good's slow bloom. The destroyer tests, the creator answers. A child's tantrum breaks a toy but builds patience in its wake. Evil's purpose isn't to win, it can't, but to refine, to push creation higher. The higher will orchestrates this, a balance as vast as oceans, as precise as a heartbeat. So how do you live this mystery? How do you stand firm when light flares or shadows fall? Here's your key, the balance meditation. When chaos strikes or triumph swells, pause. Find a quiet corner, your room, a park bench, sit still, breathe deep. For 2 minutes, name what you see. A creation, a job won, a friendship forged, or a destruction, a loss mourned, a fight endured. Picture it as light or shadow, golden rays for good, curling dark wisps for evil. Don't curse the shadow or cling to the light. See them as one hand's work, strokes on the same canvas. Ask what's being shaped here, what's being refined. Try it now. Recall a recent storm, maybe the betrayal stung, words cutting deep, or success dazzled, a promotion lifting you high. Close your eyes, see the light of what was built, trust achievement, then the shadow of what fell, pain, pressure. Feel them merge, guided by a will beyond you, a hand that gave and took for a reason. This isn't denial, it's vision, a lens to pierce the veil. Studies show mindfulness cuts anxiety by 25%. This is that, but deeper, rooted in cosmic truth. You'll feel fear fade as the shadow loses its teeth. Clarity rise as the light sheds its glare. When destruction looms, say a news headline screams disaster, floods in Jakarta, or a friend's silence wounds, don't run. Meditate, it's a stroke, not the canvas. Picture the dark wisps swirling, then dissolving into light. Relief efforts, lessons learned. When creation overwhelmed, promotion piles on pressure, inbox overflowing, don't grasp. See it pruned for strength, golden rays tempered by shadow. Overcome doubt by trusting the unseen hand. Neither good nor evil rules you, they serve a will that holds you steady. Start small, but 5 minutes daily. Morning coffee in hand, scan your world. Light of warmth, shadow of a late night's fatigue. At work, a project shines, then falters. See both as tools, not tyrants. Challenges arise, impatience, distraction. Breathe through them. The balance steadies you. We've unveiled the dance, creator and destroyer, light and shadow, good and evil, spun by a higher will vast as the heavens. From ancient sands where Ra and Osiris reigned, to burning forests of California birthing green anew. From Job's trials to your quiet struggles, the truth echoes, both are crafted, both are ruled. The destroyer needs the creator, a shadow needing light to cast. The creator thrives with limits, a flame tempered by wind, yet above them stands the one who forms all things, weaving disaster into prosperity, shadow into light, a will unsearchable, yet near as your breath. spark of the higher will free to dance with both, unshaken, alive.